An industry-led set of guidelines has been released to help tenants and landlords negotiate lease agreements. This includes rental structure and data sharing. A code of conduct is supported by the Singapore Business Federation and has been backed by major retail landlords. Chloe Chu reports.
The Fair Tenancy Code of Conduct from Singapore's Apex Business Chamber will cover 11 areas of lease negotiations for retail premises, including pre-termination clauses. There's also a process for resolving lease agreement disputes. The chairman of the Singapore Tenants United for Fairness says this is a huge milestone for shop owners.
Previously, we had to go with whatever charges or third-party electricity provider that the landlord chooses. There are some landlords that were actually profiteering by marking up on water and electricity bills, when what is fair is actually we should just pay cost to cost and maybe a very small admin fee markup.
Under new guidelines, landlords should also not pre-terminate a lease if a tenant doesn't hit a specific sales target. Conditions for pre-termination have to be spelt out more clearly in the contract too. Retail landlords like CapitaLand and Fraser's Property Retail have already committed to following the guidelines. The government says it's working with stakeholders to make the recommendations compulsory. Some stakeholders also urge more landlords to take on a proactive role. All these changes come after tussles for rental relief were in the spotlight last year amid the pandemic.
We are headed towards legislation within this year. And once it's legislated, I think there's no choice. The question is more what happens before that. Will we be able to get even more landlords, because there are many more landlords, big and small ones, to voluntarily sign up and comply? And that we can enter into a new kind of spirit of reciprocity, a spirit of mutual dependence, and a spirit of working together instead of working against each other.
One retailer says a good working relationship with one's landlord is all the more crucial amid the economic uncertainty.
There is still a fall in the in-store traffic, and this impacts the overall sales. So every bit of grant or financial aid from the government does help. I trust that with a good relationship, they also have our interests at heart. During circuit breaker last year, when everything was still quite uncertain, our landlord even offered us to hold off paying rent first until things were confirmed.
To further help landlords and tenants, the SBF also launched a website as a platform for any feedback or tenancy matters.